Yeah.
Back on the Chandeleur Islands. I can't believe it. This is becoming a nearly once a week event. I never dreamed I'd spend this much time in the Chandeleur Islands. This is such an epic adventure spot that it's hard to believe I can do this almost every week. Yeah, no kidding. What a start. What a great time the first half of 2020 has been for fishing. I mean, really, I'm a little worried that all my trips to the Chandeleur Islands this year, and it's been 4 in my own boat and 2 with someone else. I'm afraid that those trips have ruined me. I mean, the Chandeleur Islands, it's hard to beat that as an epic adventure fishing spot. And it's not just the fishing. I mean, you've seen the videos I put out of encounters with giant stingrays and sharks and all the other kind of wildlife, fish, types of birds. The place is full of life. Yeah, Freemason is mostly made up of shells. There's some rock in there too. A lot of ground up shells. Nice one. That's a double D? Wow. Okay, I gotta put on, I got my swimming minnow. Oh, that's a nice fish. What? Oh, bluefish. Huh. Yeah, nice trout. Beautiful. That's a good 20-incher there. Nice. Oh, we're right in the current, off the tip of the island. How's the trout? Oh, there's one. That's a ladyfish. Shoot. I was hoping that was a real fish. Got him locked up. I got a lady too. A lot of ladyfish here. Wow, this one's taking some drag. Man, that's a big one. Another ladyfish. No, this is not a ladyfish. Oh, big Spanish mackerel. Whoa, look at that thing. Wow. Woo, that's the biggest Spanish mackerel I've ever caught. Big sucker. Yeah, big one. Yep. A decent fish. Probably about a 22 incher. Trout? Hasn't jumped up yet. That's a good sign. That's a trout. Oh yeah. Nice. Decent fish. It'll take some pushing. But you know, there's a lot of other good fishing out there, and it's that you don't have to go to the Chandeleur Islands.
15.
Yeah.
Perfect.
David and I are back out at it. We're not on the island today, although we're out by the Gulf, and we've chosen a location based on an avoidance of this tremendously strong west wind that's been pounding us now for a few days and is going to continue for the foreseeable future. So we've got a lineup of rocks on a deep channel. So, you know, you're going to see in some of this video, I'm focusing on places that have protection, like shipping channels. And they have protection from that west wind. It's still not going to, the water wasn't beautiful in there. There's still some particulate in the water there, but not too bad. And there's some fish in there. This is the middle of the summer, and the water's getting hot. It's getting up toward 90 degrees, and so the fish, they're going to be searching for the deeper, cooler water, and they're going to feed at night and first thing in the morning. There's just they're going to have to deal with that heat, same way we have to deal with the heat. And so I just don't expect the fishing to be as good right now as it has been this so far in 2020, and as I expect it to get when we get through this hot spell and we get through this prevailing west wind spell. There we go.
All right.
That's not a 10-inch.
Nope.
That should be a good one there.
Sweet. See if I can catch his brother behind. There we go.
Not a huge one, but it's,
well, it sounds like a keeper.
It's a keeper. About a 13.5.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, mine. This is kind of a little guy. There's a fish.
All right. Corky?
No, it's a Mirrodine. Fish. Keeper this time.
Oh!
Got hit right there.
Man.
Okay, we need
he swam up and looked at it, because I was looking at it when I was about to reel it in. It wasn't a big one, but it's just so interesting to see how those trout survey it.
Yeah, it's a little Mirrodine action. That's the catfish.
Had a big boy on there.
Oh, it's a trout, but just
looks like
hooked on the back.
Looks like a keeper.
Yeah.
Could be a keeper.
One might keep. Yeah, this one will keep. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. That's about 14-incher. 15 maybe. That's with the jig. Tight-lined matrix shad tiger bait. These are males, you know. Maybe that's why we haven't found any bigger one. There's a lot of males in here. There's one.
Oh, deeper.
That's something big. Might be a bull red.
That's interesting. You caught that one a little deeper water. But
That's a
like
redfish.
Yeah.
Didn't like the boat. It's a redfish. It's a red. I think it's a redfish. Oh my goodness! Whoa, that guy, humongous. No, it's gaff top. It's a big guy. Check him out. Whoa. 4-pound gaff top.
Could you
It's also been a really good summer to investigate some of the capabilities of my Ancona Cayenne skiff, 17-foot skiff, and you know I haven't been disappointed at all. It's really come through. You know, it's taken me on these long runs to the Chandeleur Islands and back, and as well, you know, there's been some pretty heavy water in Lake Bourne on the afternoons when I'm coming back, because what happens is the air is coming off the landmass, and then that really pulls strong, especially right on the coast where the shore is. So the north shore of the north side of Lake Bourne can get really rough coming in, and I mean definitely 3-foot waves. And one thing I've learned is that I can hammer down if as long as the wavelength is short, like I don't know 1 or 2 seconds, I can just skip right across the top of those even 3-foot waves, and so I can go 20, 28, 30 mile an hour right across the top of those waves because I'm running in on the back of them. So, you know, I'm very careful. I'm very cognitive about the wind direction and what direction my direction of travel relative to the wind direction, and you know, and so if you're strategic on that, you can do a lot with, you know, even a skiff like this, and as well, it has increased my ability as a captain, understanding how not just to make the run and managing all the fuel and navigation and all that stuff, but you know, just dealing, you know, driving handling 2-3-foot waves, running in direction, how to do that safely, and it's been very good. Learned a lot this summer in doing, or this year so far in doing that, and you know, it really brings up the subject. If you want to learn some of those skills, you're going to need to do it in weather conditions or water conditions that kind of challenge your boat. If you've got a giant boat, if you got a 24-foot, you know, offshore boat and you're only driving in 2-foot waves, you're not going to learn anything because you've overwhelmed the conditions with the size of your boat. So yeah, you really don't learn anything. And I mean, it could be a bit of a problem if people have, you know, they had a 24-foot bay boat and you know, they run in 24, you know, they run that 24-footer. 2-3-foot waves, and it never seems like a challenge. So it just feels like you can do anything in Louisiana. Like you just go out there and drive, and you just like you're driving a car. You just drive, and then so that can make people complacent, and they don't. So they'll go out when there's storm conditions, and then they get, you know, they think, well, I can outrun any storm because I got this boat. Just go. And they haven't developed the skills because they haven't been challenged, and then suddenly when they get stuck in that squall and they've got 5-6-foot waves, they don't know what to do, and it gets pretty dicey, and they're in conditions that now are stressing the capacities of their boat, and they don't have the skill set to go with the boat. And they can get into a lot of problems that way. You know, the thing with running a small boat, it just makes you a better captain. So that's a few of the things I've been doing in the last few weeks. and I've been staying healthy, spending a lot of time at home if I'm not fishing. Boy, that's the new reality. But hope you've been well, and that you're also able to get out and do some fishing. And then I will see you, might be a week or two, but I'll be back.